Hello everyone, my name is Weston Kearns and this will be my midterm teacher topic video. For this video we are going to walk through the necessary steps a user would have to take in order to set up and download the Firefox browser, as well as how to import any important passwords, browser settings, and even history to our new web browser. In addition to that, I'd like to provide a brief and simple explanation as to why I will personally be switching to the Firefox browser after being a long-time Chrome user of over 10 years, which will hopefully provide some interesting insight to Google's recent changes to the Chrome browser, and maybe help you a little bit in your process as well. So the first resource I wanted to take a quick look at is Mozilla's comparing Firefox with the Google Chrome browser. And it's just a brief overview of both browsers. Honestly, it does a good job of highlighting their strengths and weaknesses. It is a little bit biased because it is Mozilla's Mozilla's website, so they are probably a little biased towards Firefox, just to keep that in mind. Aside from that, they do provide a good comparison of the two, like in a easy to digest format. For example, we can see both have tab browsers, only one of them has autoplay blocking, they both have spell checking, and just stuff like that, that if you wanted to take a quick look at, just to see if Firefox has the important things that you might want in a browser, because everyone is different, everyone has their own personal needs. And I just wanted to read their overall assessment because they do a good job of honestly comparing the two browsers, and we think it's fair to say Firefox and Chrome are really neck and neck in terms of portability and utility, with Chrome having a slight edge in utility because of its huge library of extensions and add-on features. But in terms of privacy, Firefox wins the day with their commitment to, and then just their technical mumbo and jumbo. But the primary reason here is that Chrome has this large library of extensions and add-on features, right? Which leads us into our next point, the new implementation of the Manifest version 3, which is Google's API for third-party extensions. And if we can see here on the overview page, there's a lot of technical mumbo-jumbo, which can be very overwhelming to process. But for this particular video, we're going to focus on the biggest change that's personally affecting me. If we scroll down to the feature summaries and go to the network request overview, Google actually does a good job of explaining this. So I'll just go ahead and read it off. The way that extensions can modify network requests is changing in Manifest version 3. There's a new declarative net request API which lets extensions modify and block network requests in a privacy-preserving and performant way. The essence of this API is, rather than intercepting a request and modifying it procedurally, the extension asks Chrome to evaluate and modify requests on its behalf. So in essence, what's happening here is Chrome can now curate whichever network request it desires. It can be a good and bad thing in a way. But when it comes to ad blocking extensions, which modify the way advertisements are displayed on a particular web page, it means Google can prevent these extensions from blocking advertisements, pretty much. And Google is an ad-based company, right? So they wouldn't want to block their primary source of income, which are these ads. So so the primary reason I'm switching from the Chrome browser to the Firefox browser is because of this change. Chrome will no longer be supporting these ad blocking extensions, which are a really big way of how I interact with the web. I hate ads, so now I'm going to take you through the quick process of downloading and installing it. We just go to mozilla.org. This is their official website, and then there's a download button in the top right. We just click that. From there, it should automatically start a download, and then depending on your particular computer, it'll either ask you where you want to save it, or it'll just automatically go to your downloads. I'm just going to save it in my download just for the sake of this. We just open the installer in the bottom left. We can run, and then it'll give us an administrative prompt. We just hit yes. And I uninstalled Firefox just for the sake of testing it. But we're just going to go ahead and reinstall. We're going to let that go through. It's a pretty simple procedure. The installer is pretty good at doing everything for you. I'm just going to keep letting it go through. Alright, well that was quick. Alright, and then from there, it should give us, we can import all of our bookmarks, history, and passwords from this import bookmarks button, so we can choose Chrome. And then from there we can choose what we want to import. So I'll go ahead and choose all three since I will be switching my browser. And then from there, as you can see, The following items have been successfully imported. And we have all of our same bookmarks here. We've got from my Chrome, you can see it's all the same. And there it is. And then from there, the other important thing I wanted to showcase is how to actually install these ad blocking extensions. So we can just look up Mozilla extensions. And it should be the first one, addons.mozilla.org. And then this is the extension store. It's very similar to the Chrome web store. You can just look up uBlock Origin. This is the one that I actually use on Chrome, so it's the same exact ad blocking extension, and Firefox has it, so I can just click add to Firefox. And then on the pop-up, I can add there, and then it's automatically installed. And there's a whole bunch of different extensions and add-ons that you can look through. Firefox is really great about having a good library of this. They've been expanding it, and it really is that easy. And then from there, you can uninstall the Chrome browser, which is relatively easy depending on your particular operating system. You just go into the uninstall tool on your computer, but aside from that, that's it. It really is that easy to switch from these two browsers. And if you want, you can even set up a Mozilla Firefox account, which will save all your passwords, extensions, and stuff like that, so you won't actually have to re-import all that information if you want to reinstall it, on your phone or on your laptop or anything of that sort. Well, anyways, hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys all have a great day.